Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. In the last video we talked about the next upside targets and that we will still likely go a little higher and then would form another 4-5 pattern to complete this move. We're going to take a look at the microstructure in a minute. Before we do so, I wanted to show you again the daily chart for anybody who's new on this channel. And quick reminder that on the daily chart, what would come next is this wave 4 correction most likely, but it hasn't started yet. It would be something like a 15% pullback, I would say, at least based on where we are right now. And that shouldn't surprise anybody. But obviously at the moment the trend is still up. I just need to always show the opportunities, the chances. Let's rather say the opportunities and then also the risks, right? It's all about risks and opportunities in trading, in investing. So I don't want anybody to be caught out by a 15, maybe even 20% correction in the next wave 4. This is due for several coins, but the third waves can still extend. Rather, we've only just now reached my next target. The price is at 97,350. And in yesterday's Bitcoin updates, I highlighted that this is sort of the next level that is very likely to be reached, sort of the 97K region, right? That's been communicated. Yesterday, for example, it was around 6 p.m. here UK time. I wrote an update for our gold members that I added some detail to our microstructure, and the price is still on track to reaching the 95,100 to 97,350 region. That's exactly where we are now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that a top is in. I only saw this as wave C of a third wave. We're going to take a look at the microstructure in a minute. So I just showed you the macro view because on the macro view, I'm more interested in where is risk and where is opportunity. We're now not really in an accumulation area, but that pullback could take us back into an accumulation area. And it would start around 85K and go down to 77,500, at least in this blue wave 4. There's another scenario where we could get a deeper pullback, but for now, I just want to show you this potential, but highlight as well that I'm obviously watching the 1 hour chart every single day, several times a day, and you obviously always get the updates, and it is the 1 hour chart that will tell us first if a local top is formed. So far not, and so far Bitcoin is playing out the structures and Bitcoin is working its way higher towards the next, let's say, larger degree target of 130K. I mean, that is a very important target. I mentioned in previous videos extensively that we're now entering a topping phase structure, that we haven't topped yet, and that I would still like to see Bitcoin move towards the 130K region, possibly even 200K. But I'm not going to discuss all of these details in every single video. We spent a lot of time in one of our last member live streams on that, and I've uploaded a couple of member-only videos as well that you find in the member-only section on Discord if you're a Discord member, and here on YouTube as well. And that explains everything in detail. So that is something, for everybody who wants to be informed, check it out, please, because I still see questions in the chats about it. There I talk about, where could Bitcoin top, when could it top, what kind of extensions are possible. So that keeps you informed. In addition, but I can't explain all of that all the time in every video, but it's very important. That's why I've uploaded these videos. And the idea is that we could still get another, on the daily chart, 4-5 pattern and another 4-5 pattern, possibly reaching 130K. And when that top is in, I would assume it's the bull market top. Will, however, give Bitcoin a chance. There will be a certain support area somewhere where the buyers could step in again. So I will watch that area for possibly one more extension. But we're not there yet. We are not there yet. But we are now approaching the train station after we have rallied from the December 22 low, and we've reached that target area we've been watching for the last couple of years, right? So it's just approaching the train station. Now, let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Bitcoin has pushed higher and has filled, I think, a nice and full C wave of wave 3. So the idea was a fourth wave bottomed here around the 14th of November. We completed waves 1 and 2. This was the third wave. I showed you the first ideal target for wave C of 3. And again, it's a 3-wave move because we're dealing, well, first of all, it's clear. It's a 3-wave move, it's choppy. But also, it's a diagonal pattern overall here that started on the 14th of November. So the third wave is an ABC structure and the C wave could be nearly full. One of the first targets I gave you yesterday for that C wave is 96,930, which means we reached minimum expectations, fulfilled them. We've also reached that next 97,350 level. And next would be a fourth wave pullback. Hasn't started yet, but again, you know, could easily start from here now. That's internally. That's not yet that 15% pullback I've been talking about on the daily chart. This is just an internal dip that should ideally relate to that wave 2 somehow, maybe a few days, right, of wave 4 correction, maybe over the weekend, before we then get that final push, maybe even into the 100K region. I mean, again, as long as we don't form a local top, as long as the wave count isn't full, one more high still seems needed here. But any break below 92,290, which is the golden ratio level of that third wave, would indicate that we might have topped, okay? But that level will need to be adjusted with the price. As long as we haven't topped yet, this area is not, let's say, fixed on the chart. It is still a moving support area that will move with the price. And if we go higher to 100K, it will have to be adjusted higher, you know, and that a break of that level will be the first signal that we've topped. A break below the 61.8 retracement is not an invalidation point in a diagonal, but it would be too deep for a reliable or for a clear fourth wave. So at that point, alternative scenarios, or let's say not alternative, but the idea that we have actually topped in that larger third wave there, circle 3, which is the move that started down here on the 4th of November, well, that idea will then most likely be confirmed, or at least we will begin the top confirmation process. So that's the update about Bitcoin. As I said, if you like to be informed, consider our memberships. You find a trailer for our membership on our channel page. Just a couple of minutes, we'll explain everything to you. There are some member-only videos. I will upload more about them, you know, more about the current situation, more analysis videos in the next few days, because we are in a very, very critical market phase. There's a lot of interest, so I try to keep you informed as good as possible. Many more updates and also benefits in the membership. If you're interested, check it out. But yeah, overall, I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There will also be specific and exclusive updates over the coming days. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.